Hi, this is Tris, Editor-in-Chief at iPhone Hacks, and today this is a little guided tour, sort of intro walkthrough of iMovie on iOS, which is a really, really amazing and powerful and yet oh so confounding app on iOS. Of all of the iWork or the iLife apps on iOS, iPhoto, GarageBand, iMovie is the one that I think seems really easy in the Apple commercials, but can really drive you nuts when you try to sit down and use it. So this is just a quick walkthrough of a basic project. I'm not going to get into a trailer, which is a little more complicated, but let's just say you recorded something like a birthday party and you wanted to upload it right away to YouTube. So I've launched iMovie, tap the little plus, and I'm going to create a new project. And you get a blank project. Great. Now from here, over here on the side, you can see you can record a movie straight away. Or as a little thing says, tap the little film strip icon, or the rectangles, which is supposed to be pictures, to insert media right to your project. Well, I'm going to tap that one I just recorded from outside, and see the little blue arrow? Okay, that means put it down here. Awesome. All right. Now, next thing is a little confounding about iMovie, and it's because it's not like iMovie on your Mac. You don't have all the options. It's not intended really to be an iMovie on your Mac replacement. I think it's supposed to be the quick and dirty, I want to make a really cool movie on the go. And believe me, you can certainly do that. Make a quick and dirty movie on the go. And it looks fantastic, and it's in full HD. But it doesn't have all of the things like the picture-in-picture and, green screen and kind of cool stuff that iMovie on your Mac does. But, okay, first off is understanding what different things mean when you tap them. Okay, so I have my clip selected. You see there's this little yellow doohickey. This would let me, if I get the thing to respond right, let me to adjust it. And you see it's kind of finicky. I thought this would, be able to allow me to trim it, but it doesn't. But if you double tap your clip, it'll let you do things like increase or decrease the volume. So I'm going to increase the volume in this because you can see the peaks are a little low. I was kind of mumbling when I record it. Or you can turn the soundtrack completely off and use this over here and record an entire new voiceover. But, okay. So let's bump up the volume a little. That's great. Now one of the things they show you in the Apple commercials, how easy it is to trim a clip. Now sometimes you know exactly where you want to trim it. It's like, oh, I want to trim it here. Here. See, nothing's happening. It doesn't trim unless A, you have the clip selected, and B, you're trimming on the pink line. Then it trims. You want to make another trim? Again. Now you go. Okay, now how do you delete this clip? Well, you can do it a couple different ways. You can double tap it and delete it, or you can just hold it, poof, and it's gone. That actually is pretty easy. Now what about music? Okay, it depends on what you want to do. Like sound effects, here, we'll just put in some applause. And I'm going to turn it down because that looks really loud. And you can move, if you grab the thing right, see again, it can get a little, there we go. See, now I'm moving it to move the applause where you want. And you just move, again, you're not moving the slider, you're not moving the pink thing. That stays in place always. You're moving the background. So we can test this.
Typical Pacific Northwest.
All right, cute, nice. For background music, you can go into your iTunes library, and I'm going to do a little. I know there's one that I have that I like that is good. Ain't No Sunshine While I'm Gone. And I just tapped it and brought it in. If you wanted to preview it, you would do it to here. Okay, it's not down there. But because I just tapped the name, it brought it in. And you can see it's green.
Hey, good morning from Vancouver. This is
And if you noticed, the music went quieter as soon as I started talking. Auto ducking is turned on. That means the music gets quieter when you turn it on. Very cool. And but because the song is long, it's intended to be background music, right? That's why it's green. All right, now, what if you want to put an image in? All right, so let's go and go to the camera roll, and I'm just going to pick this picture. It was a graph. Now, in iMovie on your desktop, you have lots of cropping options. I know the applause is going on, so let's just delete this. There we go. You have lots of cropping options. Well, here it's a little different. That the Ken Burns effect is default. So if you want the entire image to appear all the time, you need to tap Start, zoom it to the right point, then tap End, zoom it to the right point, then tap Done. If you wanted to, say, zoom in on a particular part, okay, say Start, and you zoom in right on that bar, and tap End and zoom out, then tap Done, what we get when you play it is this.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Freezing.
Okay? Just like that. And removing the clip is just as easy before you just drag it out. Now once you get that, so this is the thing, once you get the hang of it, it's actually pretty cool. You can change some of the transitions. There's not as many transitions as you would think. Cross dissolve is kind of the default, not like iMovie. And if you wanted to change the theme, there's not very many themes available here. Modern, neon, bright, then there's all of the ones that like for news reports. I like the CNN iReport myself. I think that's kind of fun. They add little special backgrounds and such as you go. Pretty good. Okay. Now let's say we're done with the project. Now what do you do with it? How do I get back? Okay. You tap that icon, which doesn't, frankly, mean a lot. I think it should do something else. I don't know. To get back to all your projects. And then you wonder, well, how do I rename my project? I was never given an option to name my project. Well, you have to tap here. Now how do you upload it or share it or do whatever? You tap that one, makes a little more sense. Tapping the sharing button, and then you can share the movie back to your camera roll if you're done to bring it to your Mac or whatever. Post to YouTube, post to Facebook, Vimeo, CNN iReport, or send the project to iTunes. Now, why would you want to send the project to iTunes? Because if you've started the project, oh, look here, see, I added that, I'll optimize this for playback, and it added that little background thing. It's like, why would you want to send it to iTunes? Because then you can open the file in iMovie on your Mac and finish it. So this might be a great way of recording stuff, doing a few cuts and clips, okay, edit that part out, edit this part out. Then finish it off in iMovie on your Mac to give it the polish and do all the extra stuff that you want. Okay, so
Hey, good morning from Vancouver.
here's my movie.
This
Looks pretty good, and looks pretty good. But that's it. That's iMovie. So the secret to iMovie is making sure you can only trim where the pink bar is. That's where you trim. Tapping and double tapping will bring up little extra menus. And just remember, iMovie for iOS is not as powerful or as feature rich as iMovie on your Mac. If you got that, I think you'll be pretty happy with it. So this has been Tris for iPhone Hacks with a little intro to iMovie for iOS.